Good morning to all the students. This is lecture number 4 for the subject Power System and 1. In the previous lectures, we had started our journey with the concept of single line diagram for the power system. There we had discussed each and every part by the use of single line diagram. We had discussed each and every part means generation side, transmission side and distribution side. So we had started our subject with the concept of distribution systems. So after defining the distribution systems, we had discussed regarding the classification of distribution system. So there we had studied distribution systems are classified according to the nature of current, whether it is AC distribution system or DC distribution system, according to the nature of construction, whether it is overhead construction or underground construction, and the last one is the according to the scheme of connection, whether it is ring main, radial main or mesh connection system. So one by one we have to discuss in detail regarding the classifications. The first classification is regarding the nature of current. Accordingly, they have classified the distribution system as AC distribution system and DC distribution system. AC distribution system is further classified into primary distribution system and secondary distribution system. We had discussed until now up to this. So now in today's topic we are going to discuss regarding the DC distribution system. So when we are discussing regarding the DC distribution system, so AC power is converted into DC power at the substation by some converting machinery. That converting machinery are typically known as mercury arc rectifiers, rotary converters, motor generator sets. So through these converting machineries, we convert AC into DC at the substation. Because in some applications or in some premises, there is a use for the DC motors. Because of the various speed control characteristics of the DC motor over the AC motors, we need to, for the operation of DC motors, we need DC supply. Or where there is a battery set, there is also a DC supply there. So the question is how, if we need DC supply, so how DC can be distributed? So DC supply can be distributed in the form of 2 wire or 3 wire distribution system. DC wires typically distributed in the form of 2 wire or 3 wire distribution system. So when we again consider this 2 wire or 3 wire DC systems, there are two schemes which came into our mind. Those schemes are 2 wire DC system. The second scheme is 3 wire DC system. In the 2 wire DC system, one is the outgoing wire and one is the incoming wire. So current enter across this income and return path follow this from negative wire. So the loads such as lamp, light load such as lamp load, motors, those lamp loads are connected across these 2 wires. Okay. Lamp load and motors are connected across these 2 wires. So this is how DC supply is used to run the DC appliances. There is another category of 3 wire DC system. In that system, from the middle we take out the neutral wire so that the voltage between the outer phase and the neutral is V volts. The voltage between outer phase and neutral is V volts. The voltage between two outer phases is 2 volt. From this we can conclude that in 3 wire DC systems we can connect light loads also as well as heavy loads also. For light load having a voltage rating of any V volts, the light load can be connected between outer phase and the neutral. Whereas heavy loads having higher ratings are connected between the two outer phases and their voltage ratings are double the voltage rating between outer and the neutral wire. So If we proceed further, the question is how a three-wire DC system can be obtained. So our next topic will be methods of obtaining three-wire DC system. So there are many methods of obtaining three-wire DC system, but the most important ones are discussed in the following cases. The first method is the two generator method. The first method is the two generator method. In this method, how a three wire can be obtained from this method. There are two generators, those are connected in series. Shunt compensating winding is connected across generator 1 and generator 2. From the series connection of the two generators, from the middle point, there is a third wire, neutral wire. That neutral wire is connected to ground at the one end and the other end is connected to the middle of the load. Generator G1 is supplying the load through current I1, generator G2 is supplying the load L2 through current I2. The difference of the two currents will flow through this neutral wire. The voltage between the two outer parts are 2 volt and the voltage between outer and the neutral wire is single volt. So in this way we can achieve three wire DC system, but it has one big disadvantage. We have to use two machines of similar ratings. This is the one big disadvantage of this particular method. In order to overcome this advantage, there is another method proposed that is known as three wire DC generator. So in three wire DC generator, single generator is used and the armature windings are connected in series. From the middle of the windings, there is a common point taken out. So the voltage between the outer wires are 2 volt and outer wire and the neutral wire is the single volt. So in this way, from a single generator set, we can take out the three wires from it, and the difference of these two currents is flowing through this neutral wire. So in this way, this is a cheap method and is widely accepted. So a three wire DC generator can be used for supplying a three wire load. The third method we use for the three wire set is balancer set. In this particular method, balancer set, single generator is used and the balancer set is connected across this generator. In this particular method, two identical DC machines are used and their armature and field windings are connected in series as shown in this. So from the middle point of these windings, neutral is taken out so that the voltage between the outer face is 2 volt and the outer face and neutral is single volt. The main advantage of this method is that it maintains the potential difference constant between the outers as compared to the other methods. ठीक है, जो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस रहता है आउटर और न्यूट्रल के बीच टू each side, it will maintain it as constant. This is not happens in the other two methods, so this is one of the major advantage of this particular balancer set. So guys, this is all regarding today's topic. Thank you for listening. In further topics we will discuss more.